Hey everyone, it's Annie, and today is day 11. Can you believe it? 11. So we're halfway done with the 21-day challenge, and today is all about going natural and using essential oils as your perfume, as your scent, instead of using perfume that you buy from the department store, right? So actually, for me personally, I could not wear perfume because it always made me sneeze and it gave me a headache. And when I was I would go to the department store, which we haven't been in a while, right? And I would have to avoid them because when they spray that at me, I instantly get a headache. And I learned basically the reason why is because there's a lot of synthetic products in there, and that my body can't take those. So I'm so happy that I found the oils because I didn't really consider it as my perfume, but I became known as a certain scent. One of my favorite things that I like to use on a daily basis, and you guys know already, is a peppermint. That's not peppermint. Peppermint, right? And the wild orange. Okay. So these two together are awesome. And I use this all the time before I go out. I use it when I wake up. Again, I will just take a big whiff, and I basically just kind of put it behind my neck because it really wakes you up. And then I'll even take my hit, have it go down my throat if I have super dry eyes. Okay, so this is every morning that I would do this. It really just kind of energizes you, especially if you've had a long night, right? If you had a hard night going to sleep. The second one also, with still a little bit of peppermint in here, is the wild orange. Okay, so I will just put this together and just inhale it. I don't really put it behind my neck anymore because especially if you're using any citrus oils, you want to stay away from the sun because it makes you more photosensitive and it's easier to get a sunburn from that. So I basically don't put it behind my neck, but it's just to inhale together with the peppermint. It's awesome. You guys have to try it if you have not. Anything left over, I will kind of just put on my hair. I'll put it on my shoulders, right? And at work, anytime I came in, they'd be like, oh, I smell Annie. Annie is here, right? So anytime I passed by, they knew it was me, and they would say like, yeah, I love when you come in because my sinuses just open up. So it's kind of cool, I think. I'm kind of helping them just by walking by, right? But that's actually become my signature fragrance. People know me by this smell. They'll even say, oh my God, I miss the smell if I haven't seen them in a while. But other ones that I also use different ones for different moods and different times. That is my daily one. These two all the time. I also put it on around 2 o'clock to give me an extra mood lift, right? Around 2 o'clock, you're kind of drowsy, right? You're kind of like, the end of the day, kind of just be over. But this one really makes it feel like it's another brand new day when you put it on again, okay? Another one I like to use is Balance, okay? Balance oil. This has frankincense in there. There's whole wood in there. There's blue tansy in there. It's a very, very grounding oil. And it's really meant to just keep you calm, cool, and collected for anything that's going to happen. When I was going out into the office, so there's a lot of people that kind of stress you out. I always made sure I had that on. And I actually would put it on the bottom of my feet. A lot of guys love this. They like to use this as a cologne. They'll use it as their aftershave. So, and they'll just kind of put it on. But the smell it's a nice woodsy smell. I actually like it. I like this. So you can also put it behind your ears and put it on here. There's a soap, a Balance soap as well. And I actually love this Balance soap, but a lot of guys like to use that. Balance I also use if you're doing any kind of sports, if you're going to be doing anything that's kind of make you nervous. Balance is really good to kind of calm you down. So like for me, when I play my tennis matches, I like to use Balance. And actually, I forgot to tell my story of the peppermint wild orange. Peppermint wild orange also helps with focus, right? So it really makes you focus. And when we were at nationals playing tennis, I had my teammates put this on, and one of them actually said, what did you give me? So at the end of the match, I said, why? He goes, man, that ball was coming and I could see the writing on the ball. I mean, that's how focused he was. So we should have put the whole thing on throughout the whole match because we lost in the finals, but it was still fun to be there. But that one and the Balance is another one. Another new favorite of mine to use is the Adaptive. Okay, this one this is a must-have. Okay, I used to always say balance is a must-have, but I'm really, really liking the adaptive. The adaptive actually has a lot of the oils that are really good at just, I like to roll this on. For tennis, I also use this. I use balance and adaptive together. This has spearmint in there. There's also lavender in here. There's also wild orange in here. So a lot of the oils smell really, really nice, but also have the double benefit of the emotions that that's gonna make you feel, right? So I love adaptive, and I like to basically adaptive is really for people who have like a constant change of emotion, and this helps you adapt to what's happening, right? That's hence the name adaptive. And if you really need to focus, like sometimes there's something I need to do and I haven't gotten done, especially when it comes time to writing. I'm trying to get this book done. In Tune is another focus blend. It doesn't smell as nice as wild orange and peppermint. So there is God, what is there? It's kind of smells like it's another woodsy, earthy smell to it. I'm going to put all the details, a link to these so you can find out exactly what's in these oils. But there's an oil in there that doesn't really, it's not one of my favorite scents, but it is very effective. When I need to focus and sit down and get something done, this is the oil I reach for. It's not a perfume I would wear though, right? So this you can roll on your feet if you do have to go somewhere in public. But I like to roll it on my back, and then a little bit behind my neck. And then behind the neck is actually so that helps cross the brain, the blood-brain barrier to get to your brain and help you to focus. Okay. Another one I like to use is rose. I like to use this daily as well. Not as often as I do with the peppermint and the wild orange, but I basically just put it right over my chest here. Actually, it should be over your heart. So put it over your heart. Rose oil is the highest energy vibration oil that we have, right? So this is the one to use to help lift you up, especially if you're not feeling really good. You just want to be careful. If you're like really down in a really low feeling place, rose may not be as effective because you want something that doesn't make you have a higher jump to a higher energy, because then you're just going to fall back down. So but rose is very, very good. Place it over your heart. It's the highest energy feeling oil. Highest energy we have is what? Joy, right? Joy, peace, and love is the highest energy, and this is a frequency that's used for that. Again, Melaleuca. I talked about Melaleuca before. Melaleuca, both of them here. And this is the oil of energetic boundaries. So if you know you're going to go into a meeting and there's somebody that's going to be very, very difficult, this is what you want to use. You want to use Melaleuca so you don't absorb their energy, and you basically will just roll it over your chest as a protection. Okay. Another one that's really good for shielding, and I used to use it when I did massages, is TerraShield. Right. So that's basically like a shield, and it's a boundary, right? If you know you're going to say yes to something you should not and have your boundary set up, you want to go ahead and use TerraShield. And somebody had said that they were having difficulties with a coworker. And they decided, oh, wow, let me see if that works, right? So they put TerraShield on a cotton ball and they kind of taped it underneath their desk. Didn't say anything. And for some reason, and one reason or another, they wrote back and it's like, that thing really worked because they actually started being nicer to them and they didn't have that, friction that was happening. Kind of similar to Balance. Balance smells a lot nicer, but TerraShield is more for just to kind of deflect and make them a little bit softer than they already are. And then, of course, we've got the lavender and the Serenity, right? Lavender and Serenity also come in a roll-on, and they are very, very good at calming, right? So those are the ones you want to use. A lot of people like to just use lavender. And then more importantly, I forgot to are all the emotional blend oils, right? These come in a 5 ml and also come in roll-ons. I actually really prefer the roll-ons. The roll-ons have coconut oil in there, and coconut oil helps it so that it stays in your body longer. I've mentioned Peace before. Peace is a really, really good one. I like to use that at night. There is Motivate. So if you are not motivated, you want to go ahead and use the Motivate. A lot of these I just pretty much just roll along the wrist and put behind the ears. Ooh, yeah, that one smells really good. There's orange in here. I think I just love orange. Anything orange and minty in there. And then there's Cheer. Cheer is another really good one. So if you're not feeling very cheerful and you're in a crabby mood, go ahead and roll some of this on. Or you can roll it on the person that's grumpy, right? And what's nice about this is you don't have to open the bottle. Like you can just kind of like swipe them. Just swipe at them without them knowing, right? And then there's console. Console is a really good one. It's I've had several people say that this has been very, very helpful for them, especially in times of grieving. Another one is the forgive oil. I actually, the first time I smelled it, it was like, oh God, it smells really bad, right? And certain days I really love the smell, and some days it just smells really bad. And people are saying that if there's an oil that you feel like smells nasty, it's most likely that's the oil that you need, right? So forgive is a good one. We all need this, and most of the time the reason that we need the forgive oil is not really to forgive other people, but to forgive ourselves, right? A lot of times we're so hard on ourselves, and we have to give ourselves a pat on the back for all the great things that we are doing, right? And then the other one is passion, right? So if you feel like, especially right now, right, we're all out of the, not being able to do a regular routine, and we don't have passion to do anything anymore. And most of us who are just kind of at home, this is a really, really good one. So those are the certain oils that we have. And then of course you can always just create your own. You just kind of have to learn about, there's the top note, the middle note, and the base note, right? And then you want to just go ahead and combine it. A lot of times you can just find and Google up certain recipes for certain oils, and you can even probably try and recreate the fragrance that you have. That would be awesome, right? Because then it's all natural products. And that is it for today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.